Hello, my name is Toya and welcome back to my videos. I have just gone ahead and I've picked myself up an early Christmas present. This is my Christmas present to myself. I have been so completely busy for the last 2 months that I have not really made many videos, but I have still continued to try to build decks in Chaos Zero Nightmare, and of course, I want to keep supporting this game and I do want to try out these lovely ladies. I already have Sarita. I don't know which other one I'm gonna get now. I just know that I wanted to, show my support, give myself a Christmas present, even if it's a little bit early. And I will decide on Christmas Day which one I will have. And of course, I will make a video and let you guys know. But I'm just, keeping it on the videos that I have spent. This is my second time spending, and my second time spending is again on the Battle Pass. I have had no regrets with the Battle Pass. I'm really happy with what I've gotten, so yeah, let's move on. And now for the main part of my video. My main part of the video is, of course, mostly just an overview on my account. Of course, I'm not a great spender, so there's nothing extremely, outrageous on my account. Everything is really, yeah, more or less free to play, more or less free to play here. So, what do I really want to talk about the most? Well, what I really want to talk about the most is the upcoming roadmap. I know, most of you have probably just been listening to other YouTubers talking about the roadmap. The devs did go ahead and they rewarded us very generously with 10 premium summons for that. So of course, I had to go and watch it. And I watched it in full. And the problem that most people have is deck building, it seems. Everything else seems to be a bit related to not getting that perfect deck. And there is some kind of thing that I don't understand where this I have a perfect deck comes from, because I really don't understand. You have to build one combatant to fit in with a lot of other combatants. And I will start here with my Rinoa. Yes, I am 100% a Rinoa fangirl. I use Rinoa for almost everything, and this is my new Rinoa deck. As you can see, it is not full of premium stuff. It is just full of stuff that works. It just works. It works. And of course, this is not my only Rinoa deck. I have several Rinoa decks, and they are all ultimate perfect decks for different team members. You cannot just get one deck, right, that works with every single other character. If you want your combatant to work with other combatants, right, you have to build your decks so that they fit in with other combatants. Saying that, okay, my character works amazingly and then they don't work amazingly with somebody else is beside the point. When you go through, you try to build your one character, but then you don't think, okay, will they work with the deck that I built with this other character? Because when you stop and you think, is this the perfect deck? Does the perfect deck actually slot in and make sense with your other combatants? When they shuffle the cards together and throw cards at you, are you gonna have a handful of cards that just do nothing for one turn? Are you gonna be like, oh my gosh, this is a waste of a turn? Did you die because nothing would work? Did your cards not work out the way you wanted them to? Is that constantly happening? That is because your deck is not optimized to be used with other decks. So I have my deck set out that, as you can see, my characters have different decks to work with different combatants. And my number one on Rinoa and Luke is the decks that are for farming. These make farming a lot easier. I can go ahead and just go, okay, these are my farming cards. These two decks are my farming decks. You go ahead, you have the initiations like I'm showing you now. These are set up so that when I get into a situation in simulation, when I have to go in and I have to do and deal with the first wave, my initiations have to line up. So if you're having your initiations 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you have a spare card, you know that that spare card can be something random, but you know when you have your initiations that your initiations go in first. And if you have one of these, you know it's going to be zero cost. If your initiations are already zero cost, that might not work out for you. But I do have these in case I have those initiations that are lead and do not come out as, going first. So all of my characters with initiations, they have those priorities, right? They're mostly zeros, but that's fine because the other initiations might be 1. I only have 3. You mostly only have 3. AP when you go in at the start. Are you prepared for the battle? Are all of your initiations lining up so that it gives you the best benefits for the rest of the fight? In my opinion, the initiations are the most important part. When you go in, do your initiations have awakening on? Do your initiations have marks on? Do your initiations tell you to draw one more card? What does your initiations have on there? If your initiations are plain, that's also fine, but are they actually going to be set up so that the next card that can be from your deck at random is going to fit in and do something really, really well? That's a lot of forward thinking, right? That's a lot of forward thinking, but is that how your deck is working out? You need to know, is everything that I can get here, is the majority of it going to work? Is it going to work together? So the best way to do that is to think about your deck first. You need to think about your deck first. You need to see how all the cards slot together. And I'm mostly showing you my Mika, Luke, Rinoa team. That is, again, my farming team. I have gone in, I have checked how Rinoa makes lots of cards. She makes lots of cards, she gets lots of ego. Even my Veronica, as you can see here, everything needs to line up. So if you're using Veronica, if you're using Luke, if you're using Rinoa, is everything lined up so that all of your cards can sit together? And that is the thing that I have with Mika. She can fit into most teams. I also have 3 Mika decks just for different combatants. You need that. You are looking here and you're seeing that I have exhaust of all cards in my hand. I have also gotten exhaust all cards on my hand on my Veronica. This just makes it easier. If you have a lot of things in your hand and you are, towards the end and you still have a lot of cards, you have these 2 cards that you haven't used, you have 1 AP left, throw them away and still deal a whole lot of damage, right? You do not want to be ending with a whole handful of cards or have thrown away cards for no reason. No. You don't want to do that. You want to have a way of getting rid of those. And Veronica is a really, really good, side for that, especially with her little hamster here. And she does a really good job of making sure that your cards in your hands are not going to be wasted. You don't want to waste any cards per turn. I know that there are a lot of ways to just throw your cards into the discard pile, but once they're in the discard pile, unless you're playing a retrieve deck, when you're retrieving them from your pile, you don't want that. You don't want that. So here we go. This is my Haru deck. My Haru deck is a retrieve. She is a retrieve and she's heavy. She's heavy on the damage. My Haru is very, very heavy in damage. That is what she's there for. I really need to get her a little bit more damage. A little bit more damage for the Judas battles. I know if I have a little bit more damage, I'll be able to clear that. I just don't. But when I have a heavy hitter that needs all the AP like my Haru does, can I have a passive damage dealer? Yes. And this is my passive damage dealer, right? There is nobody better at being a passive damage dealer than my girl here. I am still working on my Rin deck, but as you can see here, I have a 0 cost Rin deck. I just wished that I had gotten the one card that I wanted, that if you just set it off, like, she will always have her card at the start, then she will always be in the stands and then she can use this card. But if you have a zero cost card all the time, most of the time you can just have a 0 and you can just throw it out, get more cards, and you can just deal damage with 0 cost cards. That's the best. And that again is also what Luke does. He also has a lot of 0 cost cards, and you set them up, they come out at the start, you have 2 0 cost cards. You don't have to worry about more damage, because then you have Haru doing the damage, and then all of Rin's cards. If you have this at the start of the turn, she's in her stance, she can go ahead and deal damage. 0 cost. You don't have to worry about this. She is doing damage, Luke is doing damage for nothing, right? That's the best way. You can have a first damage dealer and another damage dealer that once you've set them up at the start, you don't need to worry about them. You don't need to worry about them for the rest of the fight. That is the best way. If you are trying to build a deck, right, your ultimate deck as it's supposed to be, you do not want your characters to be fighting each other. Of course, Orlais, she is another passive one. Once you've used this, and I have gone ahead and I've gotten 2 in this deck, one, you might not be able to use both at the start, but I do have this just to try, because most of my cards are 0 cost. Then if I get one of these down, it's perfectly fine. I also have the Forbidden that also, takes off, can reduce it by 1. And if that comes out at the start in the initiation, perfect. Then I can go ahead and use that. Sometimes I force that down 1 by having a lot of initiations, and then that will go to the second set of cards that come out. Then I have a lot of these creatures to use, and they can go ahead and you want to retain them because they have retain, and the more they retain, the better they do. And then you can just go ahead and just use them passively. They are also 0 cost. They are 0 cost. And that is what you want. You want from a passive player the 0 cost cards. They're going to do damage passively, 0 cost, right? If you're retaining them in your hand, you can also use them later. No problem. They'll become 0 cost in 1 turn. You have a handful of cards, you can go ahead and take advantage of that for your eco skill. It is very, 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 very good. There are a lot of 4-star characters that you can use to offset this. But, most of us don't want to use those. Most of us want to use our special characters. Just know that there are builds for these characters that make them work well together, and you don't have to go ahead and stress yourself about how to build a deck. Just read them. Do they fit together? Can you see them working together? Once you can do that, once you can imagine how every hand is going to go, that's kind of difficult, but that's what I do. If I get a mix of these cards in my hand, will they work out? Can I hold this many? I only have 10 cards. Will it work out? I've ended up with so many cards in my hand in so many situations that it's literally telling me, hey, you have too many cards in your hand. And that's great. That's great for Rinoa, for Luke, specials. It's really, really good. If you're going to be looking ahead for a character who is, like my boy here, you can use him as a healer. If you are not up to date, you can just go ahead and use him as a healer instead of putting in another healer. Chiron has got you. You go ahead, you make your flowers. Even if you don't use them now, they can go into your graveyard. You could use them later. He's just making passive heals for you. You do want to go in here, you do want the initiation. You want him to, once he starts making those flowers, you want to make sure that those flowers have the heal on there, that they do have, the attack on there. You don't want them to be wasted. And then you want to go ahead and you want to build your Chiron with a lot of attack, crit damage, so that those flowers are not being wasted, because my Rinoa bullets are not being wasted. They're one cost, and 3 of them, pow, pow, pow. A mob is gone, okay? A mob is gone on set 2 of the chaos. I'm not taking them for longer than that. Make 3 bullets, the mob has to be gone. Same with Chiron. Just make sure that if he's making the card, they have enough attack on there, then build him with attack, crit damage, and crit. He will be fine. He will be fine to take them out, even with his little flowers. It's fine. And then once you have a lot of flowers in your hand, go ahead, exhaust them, and you can go ahead and just do massive damage. If you want to make him strictly a healer, you can go ahead and do that. Of course, I'm going to think more about building my Chiron. Once I get him to 3 here, I'm going to build him more as a damage dealer. But for now, I use him as a passive healer. It works out for me. It really does. If I need quick heals and still some damage, I can just make his flowers. If they come back into my hand, it's not a waste of a turn. They attack, they heal, and I'm still being sustained. I just changed my mirror fragment from a damage to an attack. Sorry, from a defense to an attack, and it does really, really well. I have no problems with my decks at all, and it really does pain me that they're going to tell us how to make a deck, because a lot of people are a bit confused. And I think that's down to the YouTubers that they've chosen for the explanations for most part, because you need to explain these things clearly. For a more up-to-date example about a passive damage dealer, we have this new character. She fits into any deck. She has this. Do you have all of those high hitting, high defense? Are they 3s? Are they 2s? Go ahead and use my girl here. She is going to slide in. She's going to make all of those 2 costs that are in your hand, all of those 3 costs that are in your hand, all of these cards that you want exhausted. If you're using her with my boy here, and he has a lot of flowers in his hands. Chiron has given you a lot of flowers, and they're coming back around. You don't have AP for that, but you still want to attack, you still want that heal, they're gonna get exhausted. You can go ahead and you can use her. And she will take out those cards. She will take out those cards for you. And yeah, as long as the cards are useful, it's going to be used. No problem. She is really, really good. And she also works, of course, here with my girl Ole. If she has all of these creatures that, are in your hand, she's going to go ahead and at least use 2 of those cards for you, right? You don't have a problem. Those cards are not staying in your hand. If for a retain character, you don't want to use this, of course, because you want to keep those cards in your hand. But if you're using her with a character, again, like Rinoa, that you want to use those bullets, she's going to use those for you. Luke, she's going to use those bullets for you. Any character that you want, she's going to do it. Even with my Ole, she's not up to date, right? Because I am building a lot of characters, and I'm having fun with Ole. I am having fun with her at this junction. But using the correct characters, you can have fun, and you can still build great decks even at this low level. You can. Of course, I've put a lot of effort into my Luke. And of course, my Rinoa is obviously my number 1 girl. She is my number 1. She's my number 1 favorite character. I use her as much as possible. I enjoy her so much. I don't think I would play as much if I didn't have her. Now that is enough talking because I'm going to show how simple I have it. I have it for my farming here with my Optimum team, and it is really easy. Here I am at 10 here. That's just random. It doesn't have to be, but I'm going to show you. This is my farming deck. Perfect. This is Mika. She is simply here for she's simply here for, just to be pretty and to be a battery. She's gonna give all the ego skills because either Luke or Rinoa is going to ego, and that's why she's here. She's here for that. And Luke is here because he's going to go first. He's going to crit with the initiations, and then he's going to at some point give me these 0 cost bullets every turn, and yeah, everything is going to be golden. And that is just in case Rinoa hasn't already killed anything. Remember that bullets are transfer, it's bullets, right? As long as you have a gunner and it says bullets are bullets for everyone, right? Unless it specifies which exact bullet it is. Once it says bullet on there and it says bullet on the thing, you're good to use them together. You don't just have to use them by color, you can use them by type. These characters work. They work together. Okay? Bullet, yes. Yes, very, very good. I hope you understood. I hope I demonstrated that correctly. So let's just go in here and I will show you. Really quickly. Oh, the game's glitching a little bit. And now for my initiation. See, they all start off and I get a 0 cost. So now I am already one in there. Right, I'm 1 short. I'm having 1 AP. I will get a bullet which I will use, and that will be perfect. Right? Oh, I've got a flower. That's not good. So I won't be using that. No, I won't be using that this turn because my flower is precious. But I have 2 more. I have 2 more to come, so I will never be worried. This will probably take me down all the way to the end now because I started with the flower. But I still know that there is no way I'm going to fail this because my deck will always work here. It will always work here. There you go. My ego manifest is full. It is full. It is full. And now I can just go ahead and I can just call on this for a little bit of protection. And good to go. Good to go. I will probably end this with about 100 health, but it will work out. It will work out. Don't worry. Here we go, because we're now waiting. We throw this out there. We are just waiting now. Yeah, it's taking me down to about 100, but no worries here. There's the bullets. You throw everything away, and on the next turn, we have got this, right? The law of probability. Took me down to 22, but I am still going to, and here we are. Now we have, right? There is nothing here. We throw this into the wind. There's the bullets that will come next turn. We throw this away, and now here we go. We set up the rabbit, extra damage. My character is amazing. Okay, you might think this is not correct, but it is, because all the extra bullets will in fact transfer over to the next boss, and then I go ahead, I call back all those bullets to my hand. No problem. This is my Rinoa specialty, and it will be perfect. If Rinoa was not able to take out this boss, of course, I would have Luke on the ready, but it is perfect. It is fine, and everything is gold. I thought I would end up with 100, but 22 is still okay. Yes, I did get the heal back up, but yeah, it's not a problem. It's never a problem once you know what your decks can do, which cards. Be prepared. Yes, you have to be prepared. Like I said at the start, if that one card of the initiation is not the card that you're expecting, is your next follow-up hand going to be enough? And like I said, I will have a lot of cards in my next hand to choose from. It's not going to be an issue ever. I will always have cards that I know what will happen to those cards. It's like counting cards, but you have to make sure that your hand works. It will work in the end. So here we go. And this is going to be a very, very simple battle here. It just takes one go. It literally just takes that, and then I'm done and I'm gone. It's finished. I'm not going to anything that's below. It's a 6 or below. It's not a problem. It's not gonna last. If it's from here, it will take it only takes a little while, but nothing is really going to hold me back when it comes to this. And it's just because you need to realize that you can go in and pick cards yourself for your decks. You don't have to just rely on the cards that the game gives you. Like I showed you with my Luke is going to crit. He's going to crit. He's going to do mad damage. If he's going to crit and he's going to do mad damage, why not spread that out? Why can't you make him into an AoE character even if he is not an AoE character, right? Do it. Relying on someone like Haru, who is an AoE character, she has one AoE card. You might be able to make 3 copies of that AoE card, but is it going to be there when you need it? Probably not. Probably it'll be there. All 3 of them will be at the bottom of your deck, which I have had with my exhaust. They will be there. As you can see here, my problem with Judas is not that I can't clear it with my current deck, is that I am not doing enough damage with my current deck. He always survives with like 20 or even 100 life left. I just need to push that extra damage in there, and I am just not having a lot of luck on my substats on my memory fragments. They're just not rolling on the memory fragments, you know what I mean? If you're not getting the right substats on your memory fragments, there's really nothing you can do. You just have to wait and hope and pray that you roll something good. This is as good as my Rinoa is. I am still having a lot of work to do on my Haru. I don't blame the game at all for that. I just need to farm more, and once I get that manifest ego up, it will be good. But I am kind of holding on to all of these for my Chiron. I really want to get him up there, and of course we all know that my Mika is max. And of course, when Haru came out, I made no qualms about saying I was going to make her ego too. You all saw me do that, and of course you know why, and it all works out really well there. So I'm just going to give a quick example here about how the bullets work and why I like to pair Luke and Rinoa together. Let's just go, because I do need some of these. It's always better to, not waste this. So I will go here, and this will be just an example of how Luke and Rinoa work together. So here you can see all of my initiations. They work pretty well here, and I can just throw everything out there without any qualms. I don't even need to think about it. Everything will work out fine. Now, as you see at the start of the battle, it said that I have revenge. So now it hit me 3 times. They will all hit it back 3 times, and it will die. Now here we go. I should have, yes, because I have 2 of them. Here's the leader, and now this bullet will definitely kill it because it's weak, and I have that buff from that card, and that's it. The bullets with Luke work perfectly. Luke is a great bullet leader. Just make sure you choose the correct epiphanies and everything will work out. Make sure when you're building for a team and not just building a character that doesn't work with the rest of your combatants. That is the key. No character is going in alone solo. So go here and set up what you need. You can come here, you can read so that you can just see it by the picture. You know what you're gonna get, and I'm just pointing out some of the best ones, some of the ones that I found the most helpful. Remember, you can go ahead And you can pile these onto a different character if you just need them for the run. These are really, really useful for the run. You can pile them on, go over the faint cap because you won't keep them after. Use this for all the people all the other combatants that you're not actually building. You just put on the ones onto your character that you want to keep because you're building one character at a time. That's how I advise doing it. All of these can be carried by your other characters just to help make the run easy. You can get a lot of credits. Just spend them on getting a good carry for your character. All of these are extremely useful cards. The others I haven't really checked because I don't really use those other characters, but these are the cards that I use. Put this on Mika. Put these on your Mika and see what she does for you. A lot of you are complaining about Mika. She is amazing. If you have the cards to build her to do damage, she will do damage for you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. This helps with boss fights. You can DPS down those elite mobs without them hitting you. Go ahead, grab 2 of those. Here's the shield. Grab 2 of those. Grab this little mouse. It is amazing. It is amazing for doing extra damage. Go ahead, make sure you always have your ego up. This is an amazing card. If you are going to be using those free cost cards, if you have a team with a lot of 2 and 3 cost cards, this is great. This is absolutely great for finale. No problems. You have no problems here. All of these cards are extremely useful. Make sure you take advantage of them. Remember your forbidden cards. They are a little bit difficult to get, but make sure you put in them on a character that is going to work with later. If you're going to be holding this card for a long time, are you going to be able to use it eventually? Make sure you get that extra AP. We all love that extra AP. This is great. It stays in your hand. This, if you have those initiations at the start that are going to cost you a lot, go ahead, grab it, put it in your pocket. You need it. This one, brilliant. This one, amazing. Go ahead and make sure that you're using your cards. This card, I don't recommend. Why would I spend 1 unless I have a handful of 0 cost? If you know you have a lot of 0 cost cards to come, then yeah, sure. Use 1 to draw 3. They're all zeros. It's perfectly fine. These take at your own discretion. They take up a lot of faint memory. Go ahead, be bold, be amazing. If they can fit into your team, it's amazing. But I will be making another video to address the still elephant in the room. Yuki seems to be a bit of an elephant for a lot of you, so I will try to make a video on that before or at Christmas time. But go ahead, enjoy, keep playing, and I will see you in another video. As soon as I have the time to make it, I will definitely make it for you. So keep enjoying Chaos Zero Nightmare.